Everyone has been chatting about the Bank of Canada possibly increasing interest rates yet again. Here's the full breakdown. So recently prices on everyday things jumped by about 3.3% compared to a year ago. The previous month, it was only a 2.8% increase. So inflation rose 0.5% month over month, despite the bank going on a rate rising spree since 2022. So people expected a little inflation, but it's a little bit more than I think everyone bargained for. Most folks think it's not a good look for the central bank and are betting that there will be more rate hikes. But is this the real picture? Is this realistically what may happen? Let's dive a little bit deeper. So some important stuff in the price basket, which is, call it things that Statistics Canada checks to calculate inflations, are actually getting cheaper, like house-related costs, which make up about 15% of this basket, dropped by an average of 0.5% each month for the last 3 months. And they're not the only ones. Clothing and footwear prices fell by 2.8% in the past 2 months. So there's a little bit of a twist. Even though things might be getting cheaper, the cost to borrow money, like say for mortgages, has skyrocketed. Mortgage interest is up a crazy 30.6% from last July. And it's not slowing down anytime soon. If we keep going at this rate, it's gonna be a pretty hot minute before things are balanced out, with estimations from forecasters coming in around, say, July 2024, when things might start to balance out from where they're at right now in terms of mortgages and loans. Now, here's a fun fact. This inflation is kind of the Bank of Canada's doing. They change rates, which messes with mortgage interest. So it's kind of strange that they're trying to fix something that they're actually impacting. And some argue that the real inflation isn't as bad if you ignore those mortgage costs. That's an angle that a few people are talking about, and it's kind of getting buried under this big headline number of 3.3%. So I just want to bring that up so that we can get that conversation kind of going. The bank's main job is to keep prices in check and manage people's expectations about future prices. But when that headline number jumps, people think prices will keep on rising. Hence, many believe the bank needs to keep pushing these rates up. But we got to be careful. If the bank pushes too hard to get the headline inflation down to 2%, they might accidentally slow down other parts of the economy. We're kind of walking on a tightrope here. It's like a dance, and one false move and it might be economy game over in terms of doing it. In other news, house sales in Canada actually dropped by 38% last year, and some believe that the rate changes are the medicine our economy needs, while others argue inflation isn't the real issue. So the bottom line, the Bank of Canada has to decide if more rate hikes are the move. The numbers suggest their strategies are working, but like any medicine, too much can have some serious side effects. So that's where we're at. The next interest rate announcement is September 6th, just around the corner, and the forecasts are about 50-50. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. On the note of interest rates, there is one man who is very determined to stop interest rate hikes, and I hope he won't have to do it if he does eventually become the next prime minister, because by that time, hopefully, things have balanced out. His name is Pierre, and I generally don't get into politics, but I like the cinematography on his recent video that he released.
We had a deal in this country when I grew up on this street. You get a job, you get a house by your 20s. That deal is broken.
Kind of this constant motion that's incorporated in the cinematography of this video. Kind of appreciated that. Has some really nice B-roll.
I'll bring down the wasteful deficits and mortgage rates and bring up construction with building bonuses for local governments that speed up permits and fines for those that get in the way.
And the message is clear with this video. The promise of home ownership is broken, and I definitely kind of agree with that sentiment, especially for, younger people and those that are just, coming into the country and getting their career going. It's very hard to attain housing. Pierre goes on to say that he will find municipalities and governments who get in the way of eliminating red tape as it relates to construction, and he will bring down the deficit and the mortgage rates. And that's a relief. I really like the overall feel and attitude of this video, but the last time we were advised rates are going to remain balanced by the government. it didn't turn out so well. So
yes, it means that, if you are a household considering making a major purchase, if you're a business considering investing, you can be confident that interest rates will be low for a long time.
it's hard to believe anything you hear these days, but really cool video. I wanted to highlight that. And that's it. That's the show report for today. It's end of August, Friday. Not sure what day it is off the top, but it's a Friday. Show report. My name is Robbie Interchak. If you have any real estate related questions, I hope this video was insightful. Reach out to me or anybody in the Shoreview real estate team. All the best. Enjoy the weekend.